Today I install my Z6 transmission with a MFactory LSD Plus short gears and the new KTuned short shifter. Please go check out our stickers at the link below. We have 2 new stickers. You can see it on the Civic here. The RM logo, we have 2 colors of that. We have our classic logo and then Wrench, Race, Refine, Repeat sticker. And also we have t-shirts. As you can see, I'm wearing one right now, and you can see the other t-shirt we have. Please go check them out. You can get them in any color you want and a bunch of different styles of tee. So please go pick those up. It really helps us out. Go down below the video player and you can see the Teespring store with all of our t-shirts. It's been a while since I've had a video, and we're coming to roughly the end of season 3 and kind of the 3rd version of this Civic. You just saw last time with my car, I took it to Speed Syndicate and had it quarter balanced, and the car essentially has pretty much a brand new suspension from KTuned and from Hone Developments. So the car is in a really, really good spot, and I'm going to finish that out with my partnership with MFactory. So MFactory sent me a bunch of stuff to make my car basically into a real race car, and that's really what I've been going for all along. This is the process I've had in my head for a long time, how to get this car with this engine to be as race-like as possible. And really what I mean race-like is it all boils down to the transmission. I think the transmission gives the car a lot of characteristics. It can either be economy or it can be race, something in between. And with the LSD and the short gears, I've really come to get that going. So I worked with Patrick from MFactory, and he actually worked with me to build this transmission. I started with a helical LSD. The LSD is a limited slip differential, for all of you who don't know. From what I've heard from people who race a lot of cars and who just go out time attack and do track days, and they say that using an LSD in your transmission gives you the biggest bang for your buck for any kind of modification. So I'm really, really excited to see how that helps with grip on track. The next is Patrick recommended really doing shorter gears in the transmission and doing a new final drive. Unfortunately, I couldn't do both because it really just wasn't cost effective. So I had to either pick one or the other, and I really went with the short gears. I think it was a little bit more money than doing just a final drive, but I think it really was going to give me a lot of speed on track and help the engine be in the power. That's what the gears are going to do. Every gear change, I'm going to not drop out of the power band of the D series engine. The short gears, MFactory sells its 3rd and 5th. They sell it in a package for the D series engine. So I have a shorter gear of 3rd and a shorter gear of 5th. And then I'm moving the Z6 OEM 3rd gear to the 4th position. So 3rd, 4th, and 5th will be new. And lastly, this transmission's pretty old, and I wanted to make sure this transmission would be able to handle the abuse. So I went ahead and had MFactory send me new Syncrotech rebuild kit. So everything will be new in the transmission, bearings, things like that. While I was over at Speed Syndicate getting the car corner balance, I took all of this stuff that MFactory sent me and I dropped it off with them so they could put all of this together. And I'm really, really glad I did, because this kind of work is really specific and I just don't have the knowledge to do it all on my own. So you guys won't see the install of these parts, unfortunately, but you will see the gains at the next track day for sure, and see how it changes the car, because this is going to be a huge change to how the car drives, to how the engine responds. It's going to be a huge difference, and this car will be officially a real race car in my eyes because of this modification to the transmission. KTuned really helped me out and sent me their new short shifter. It's version 2 of their D series short shifter. I had the first version in the car already, and they were nice enough to send me and Rob a short shifter to try out. And I actually tried their lean back version. You'll see that coming up, what that looks like. And I'm actually pretty happy with how the position of it is because I'm kind of a bigger guy, I'm a taller guy, so I have to sit further away from the steering wheel and the shifter, and the lean back version kind of brings it closer to me, and I think it's going to be really good on track. And then Robbie has the normal version, so he'll install that on his EG eventually, and you get to see that version, which is similar to the one I have in here. All right, so let's get started. I'm going to show you guys how I did all this work. It's kind of an overview style of install because I forgot how time-consuming it is to do this kind of work, and removing a transmission is a little bit more complicated than I remembered. So it did take a lot of time and effort and concentration. So I didn't do a step-by-step process. If you would like to see a step-by-step of a transmission removal, Robbie and I have both done it on our cars before, so you can go over to the playlists and check those out. MFactory has been really great with this, and KTuned as well. And MFactory really helped me decide how to set this up, and so if you are interested in any MFactory or Synchrotech products, please go speak with Patrick at MFactory. He can answer any of your questions. I will link him down below. And MFactory as well, KTuned, and you can go check those parts out and pick some stuff up. Here we go. So that is it for all you nerds out there, and you want to know the gear ratios. I'm going to throw them up right now on the screen. You can see the difference from the Y7 to the Z6 to my now MFactory Z6. There's definitely a big change, and I'm excited to get on track. I can already tell from driving on the street that this whole setup is going to be a dramatic change on track. I can't wait to get on track. I'm barely giving it any throttle around here on the streets because it's just so loud, but it's going to be really, really good on track. I know that. There was some debate about what fluid I should be using. MFactory and Speed Syndicate were giving me their opinions, and they were very different. So I did the break-in, obviously, with the 10W30. You know, there was expected to be some metal shavings, you know, on the first go around. There was. And then Speed Syndicate said use Honda MTF. They were big supporters of that, so I went with their recommendations because they're real racer. I did that. I drove it around for a little while, and then I flushed that, and there was still a good amount of metal shavings. I talked to MFactory and Speed Syndicate about that. They're not too worried. Speed Syndicate did everything they were supposed to do when they moved the third gear to fourth. They clearanced the gear. Third gear sticks a little bit when I've been putting it in. But I think it's gotten better. But I told Speed Syndicate and MFactory this, they're not too concerned. They said to, if it keeps doing this, to bring it to them and go from there. Patrick at MFactory told me to switch to Torco RTF fluid, racing transmission fluid. He uses that in his Civic, which he has had a Civic with a similar setup to this, so he hasn't had any issues. So I'm going to switch to Torco RTF racing fluid and see what that does. I think it will help with the stress of racing and the stress of racing in a high heat climate like we are in Florida. Everything went well. I'm excited to go to the track. We are getting close. Robbie is getting close, so we will be seeing that soon. And I will be ending season 3 at the track, and I can't wait to see what the progression has been, because you've seen the lap times drop with each modification and suspension, Hoosiers, and now I'm going to be corner balanced, and I'm going to have this great transmission in the car. Please go check out MFactory at the link below. You can talk to Patrick. He is well versed in MFactory products, and he will help you. Any questions you have, and get you the stuff you need for your build. Go check out our stickers and check out our t-shirts. Please go pick those up. It helps us out, keep bringing you content. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to our channel, and I'll see you soon at the track.